everybody, and welcome once more to Lighting the World with Truth. Today, our subject is going to be very interesting. I have two young people, two youth here, that are going to be sharing an experience that they had. We're calling this The Youth Bringing God to Others. And they will introduce themselves, and you will hear their stories as we go through. So, Alejandra, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Alejandra. I am a senior at Walden, and I'm 17 years old.
And?
My name is Mario. I'm 15 years old, and I'm a sophomore at Hartley.
Okay, welcome both of you, and I really thank you for coming here to share your experience here. Now, I said sharing or bringing God to others, but you went somewhere, but I don't know where it was or what you did. So would you please share this, where you went and what did you do?
We went to Cincinnati, Ohio. And
Cincinnati, Ohio, okay.
And we went there to volunteer and for church related stuff.
How long were you there?
About 5 days.
It was 5 days you were there? Okay. And what did you do there, Alejandra?
And we just basically did mission trip to different locations. Our location was specifically St. Leo's Church in more of a rural area.
Oh.
And we kind of just helped them out by fixing whatever they needed to be fixed. And It was a really nice experience. We would always gather together at the end of the day and kind of share our experiences with each other. It was very nice.
Now, were there, you said were there other youth there?
Yeah, a lot.
Where were they from?
All over, really. There's some from Mississippi,
Wow.
some from Minnesota, Chicago.
So how many altogether, do you remember? Or were there too many to remember?
Altogether, maybe close to 200.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that many. And you went to the rural area. What did you do, fix a barn? Or what?
Well, I went to this church. We all went separate. I think me and her were separate. I went to this church, and then I got to paint and feed, because it's a kitchen for people.
Oh.
They would come and get food, and I got to hand out the food for them.
Oh, okay. And you did more of the manual labor, is that what you're saying?
I did more of gardening and just bringing down shelves and books, and I actually got to organize their children's library, which was a total disaster.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh.
But luckily, I had a lot of help, and there was a lot of cleaning to be done as well, but we all got done.
And you were with people you didn't even know, huh?
Yeah.
That must have been really cool, huh?
Yeah, it was a different experience.
It was?
Just trying to meet people, especially over there as well. Over in the rural area that we were, there was many children that were homeless and different kinds of situations that they are just living with their mother, or just they have different stories, and we got a chance to meet them after we were done with our work. We had a day of a fun day, and we just had them all gathered together. We brought them lunch and a snack, and we just got to talk and discuss with them.
And what about you?
Yeah, we did the same thing, because we all met up at one spot and stuff. Yeah, it was really nice though. You just meet other people, and then I met some really cool people, and they like soccer too. So.
Oh, they like
we're
soccer.
playing
You like soccer, huh?
Yeah, so we're playing soccer
cool.
on our fun day. Really nice.
And they were your ages, no? Or were
Some
they?
were younger,
Some younger.
some were
Yeah,
our
some
age.
Oh,
Yes.
wow, yeah. That was, yeah. Now, were you nervous before you were going there? I mean, did you have little heebie-jeebies or
Yeah, I don't know. At first, I was really excited. I'm gonna go to a new place. I'm gonna help others. It's gonna be fun. And then once I started the bus, I got on the bus, and I just started I don't know. I started getting nervous. It wasn't it was kind of fun for me though. It was a long ride though, really long ride.
Well, yeah.
For me, I was anxious. I really didn't know what to expect. It was my first time kind of leaving home without my family. So it was just, I guess, and especially with a whole bunch of people that you don't know, it was just kind of panicky.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy it a lot. I was nervous for the first couple days. And like throughout the days, it was just more like getting to know people. Then I got more comfortable, and it was a better experience.
Yeah. Were you? How did you get picked though? I mean, I know you were from St. Christopher Parish and St. Patrick's Parish. Was merging one parish now. How did you volunteer, or how did you get picked? I guess.
Well, I was kind of like offered, like he was like, I got this mission trip, like do you want to go? It's like, he told me what it was about, and I was like, yeah, it sounds nice.
Oh, and that's
And
how.
it was Eloy Contreras, our youth minister.
Okay.
And he basically came to me too, just saying like, this is a really great opportunity. You know, I would love for you to go. This is like once in a lifetime kind of thing, because not many people like can go to these mission trips. They're really expensive, and I'm just grateful that I got to go.
Did you have to pay to go there?
Yes.
Oh, you had to pay.
It was worth it though. Like, I liked it.
You had to pay to go besides.
But the church did help us.
The church helped. Okay. And what about your parents? Were they kind of?
My parents were more encouraging than like nervous. I was the one that was nervous, but they were just like, okay, like you have to go, you know, it's gonna be fun. I'm like, okay, like I'll try.
Oh. What about your parents?
Yeah, my mom wanted me to go. She wanted to like rush me out the house. Because at that time, me and my brothers were just like getting annoying to my mom. So she's like, yeah, go. Like it's fun. It sounds fun. It's nice. Like you help others. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that takes us to the next question I'd like to ask you. How did this experience, these 5 days, how did it impact you as a youth, as a young person, spiritually, and the whole thing? Because you had never done anything like this. Well, how did this affect you, or whatever?
Well, I saw like a whole different side. Like I didn't know like how like the people like they struggle a lot, and so I got to see a lot of that. So I'm more willing to give others stuff, and more willing to volunteer for people now. And now like I do understand like how people have to go through in their life. So I really liked it. I really like it. They kind of hit like me in the heart. Almost, like,
Yeah. You saw real poverty, in other words, no?
Yeah. Like the streets, like they're really bad and stuff. It was kind of sad.
And this was you said it was Cincinnati, yeah. I'm imagining people don't get that idea of Cincinnati,
No,
what about you, Leanna?
but definitely traveling on the bus there, it was like, yes, we took a coach bus, and just looking at the streets of Cincinnati, Ohio, it was definitely deserted, like abandoned apartments. Everything was just kind of like disastrous. It's almost like an earthquake kind of like went through and just kind of tore everything down. But spiritually, I did like grow more with my spirit, because we did a lot of like rallies of just singing about Jesus and God, and just and it was something that I've never done before, and it was really like nice, because it was just like you got to express your feelings by dancing and like just moving your arms around, and it was definitely like really cool. I got to meet a whole bunch of other people from different parishes, but they are still in our community, so I made many good friends. I remember going to their church. That was it was like the place that we stayed at. It was a college, or was it a high school?
It was a high school.
Was it high school?
Yes, and it had a church inside of it.
Inside the school?
Yes.
Oh,
it was
wow.
really beautiful. Like the floors were made from sinks.
From what?
Sinks.
Really?
Yes. And because I think the story was that the nuns that used to live there, they would bring sinks on the top of the hill, and like they made a floor out of it, and it looked really beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, you have more to add to that, Maria?
Well, no, like just like Cincinnati had like its good parts too. Like if you go like by the stadium and stuff, it was really nice, and yeah.
And then you said you worked like in a soup kitchen, or is that what you did every day, or did you do some other?
Well, I did different stuff. I actually got to paint a lot. I did a lot of paint, and then cleaning some dishes, and yeah.
And this affected you. How did this feel?
Well, like, cause I don't know, like I know there are people that are like struggling, but like I didn't really like, it didn't come to my mind because I'm not in the struggle, so like once I saw it, like I really got like a wake up call, like that there is other people out in the world that I kind of take what I got for granted.
Exactly, and right in our own country besides.
Yes.
We're not talking about a foreign country here. Oh wow, that's really cool.
Especially like being in a different area, like Cincinnati, Ohio, where just it's a whole new experience. Like looking at the poverty here, it's like not as bad because
Really?
people are in homes and stuff. But here, like I've seen around, but in a different area, it's way different. Like you get a whole different like reaction, and it's hard to like think about it because it's just kind of like, oh, like why are you struggling? Like you should be happy and like living like a good life, but especially because they're really good people. Like I've met them and they're just wonderful.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Now, was it what you expected? It doesn't sound like it. Were there any big surprises? You know, that really you went whoa. You know, kind of.
Well, I didn't expect that much. Like it was really big, like especially like the spiritual stuff. Like we did.
Like
a lot
what do you
of
mean by
prayers.
spiritual? Go ahead.
Oh, like when we went to like the little rally, like we did a lot of like prayers and stuff. Like I got to learn a lot about it. Like I actually like we broke down several prayers, like the Our Father. We broke
When
down.
we broke it down, we explained
Like
it
what it
Kind of
means.
what it means, yeah.
Like what's their true meaning and like where it comes from.
together, or how? I mean, how did you? What did
We did stations. Like there's like a station, and then we got to keep switching, and we got to actually pick our stations. There's like 8, and then you had enough time to do. I think it was like
30.
3.
oh,
So you just would pick the station that you'd really want to go to the most, and like
what do you mean by station?
it was just more of like a talk about like
Oh.
certain issues, and some of the issues that we talked about was like breaking down prayer, and another one that I went to was, I think it was making rosaries,
Wow.
and it was really nice. Like I had no idea how to make a rosary, but
Yeah.
those came out pretty good.
That came out pretty good.
And other ones were how to keep awake when you're in church, and like a lot of people I know went to that, but
Yeah,
I
I went to
mean,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
But-
did-
well, like, cause at first, like, I didn't know like really what they're all talking about and stuff, like in church and stuff. Like, I didn't really like catch my attention. But now that I went there, like, they tell me like how unique our specific like religion is.
Oh, okay. And so when you came back, did you share this with others?
oh yeah, I did.
You did, yeah. Oh, that's good. I mean, you didn't keep it. I hope you shared it with other youth, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now we're almost finished now, but my last question is: there are young people watching this, I'm sure, and I hope so. What message would you like to give to the other youth that are listening to you and watching you? Have you got a message for them?
Yes. I would just like to say that don't take your life for granted, because there's others out there suffering, and like if you have a chance to help someone out, help them. Even if going on a mission trip is all you can do, or just like going to a soup kitchen, that's more than enough. Like you're making a difference in this world by doing those things. So just be a good person.
Cool. What about you, Mario?
Well, yeah, like when we went to the seaside, like how like to give more, and then like spiritual wise, like church is a big part of your life, and it'll help guide people, and so just connect with your inner spiritual.
So you're 2 different youths now.
Yes.
Can I really say that? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this has been just a wonderful time with both with you, Alejandra, and Mario. I'm sure that this will go on, and someday you'll go on to something else. Who knows? And all those who are listening, I hope that you see the hope and the life and the energy of these 2 young people and their spirituality lived out. And so I send them out to you too, all of you who are listening, and we all have learned something from both of you, and I thank you so much for sharing. And all those who are listening, I hope we all can continue what they are doing in bringing God to others. And so I leave you with the message like I always do. Remember, once you know the truth, you are responsible for it. Thank you and blessings.